Hey, have you heard of robotics? No? What is it? It's the study of deep, intimate relationships between humans and robots, a relatively new field that's gaining more attention with the advancement of technology, particularly in the robotics field. That sounds interesting, but is it really possible for humans to love robots and vice versa? That's the big question. Some argue that robots are merely programmed objects and therefore incapable of feeling emotions like love. However, the field of developmental robotics is working on building robots with human-like emotional architecture, allowing them to learn and develop emotions like humans do. So rather than writing programs that try to mimic specific human behaviors like love, developmental roboticists build machines that learn and develop the way humans do as they grow from newborn infants to adults. The goal is to model human learning and then create machines that can learn in similar ways. Research has been done in Kyoto University focused on building robots with human-like emotional architecture who learn emotional behavior from the people they interact with, particularly their human caregivers. It offers insights into how we might one day be able to create machines with a full range of emotions comparable to our own. Person 2. That's interesting, but I still don't think it's possible for robots to truly love humans. Love involves a lot of sensory stimuli and hormonal reactions that robots simply can't experience. That's a good point, but with the rise of online dating, it's becoming more common for people to form romantic relationships without physical contact. So who knows? Maybe one day robots and humans could form deep, meaningful relationships. That depends on how you define a relationship. By most definitions, love takes two people, and it's unbelievable that a robot, no matter how advanced, will ever be able to express itself the way a human being can. For one thing, a large part of an emotional connection revolves around eye contact, and this is something that robots are not able to achieve in the near or distant future. For instance, in the movie Artificial Intelligence, Professor Hobby asks his robotic secretary, "What is love? Secretary, what is love?" Love is first winding my eyes a little bit, and quickening my breathing a little, and warming my skin. Person 1. What she expresses is not genuine emotion but simply a series of actions she is programmed to follow. There is no emotional engagement at all. The robot will perform these actions on cue because it lacks the will or autonomy to refuse, or even to want to refuse. Person 2. Okay, but what if it loses its spark in the long term? Wouldn't a relationship with a robot become sterile? Person 1. It would seem that if a relationship with a social robot somehow became boring or unpleasant, the easiest and most straightforward thing would be to return it to the manufacturer or sell it as a used artifact. Robots will serve many purposes and functions in coming decades, but be assured that they will never have the capacity to replace humans as companions or lovers.